Yeah, we were living in Brighton, in the family house down in Brighton, just off the seafront. And I suppose it was just an ordinary day, I suppose, you know. We were kind of, I suppose, just in the kitchen or lounge or whatever. And all of a sudden, this kind of extraordinary thing happened. Eamonn Andrews is there, come in, and I think taken my mum by surprise. Well, we knew something was going on. I think I didn't know what was going on. Obviously my dad did. Yeah, I think it was just really exciting for me, you know, 5-year-old, thinking, wow, we're going to be on This Is Your Life. We'd seen it on TV, and we'd watched it, you know, and now it's kind of, we're going to be on it. It was exciting. Well, we were told I was going to go up to London, or I think I actually said, oh, are we going to go? We're going somewhere in a big car, and I think they said, yeah, we're going to do that. And I was getting, you know, kind of excitement was getting more and more. A 5-year-old thinking, wow, going to go in a big car up to London or wherever to the studios. It was a while ago, but I remember kind of, I was just a hooligan. I was just going to run around anywhere, any big open spaces, fantastic, running around everywhere. And I got told off lots of times, and I would think I was told what was going to happen. But I just went in one ear and out the other. Oh, we'd run around, you know, lots of things, lots of cameras around, you know. Got told off a few times, got the finger waved at me. Going on thinking, audience, lots of lights, people asking me questions, and I think I just kind of froze, I think. And that's about what I could remember, really. Very frightening. I think I was all right in rehearsals, it was fine. You know, I did the rehearsal and just started to run around. You know, that's fine. Come to the actual, you know, kind of the main bit, blank. Did I have my shorts on? I think I did. Have my shorts and a suit. Did I have a dicky bow? I think I did. Why did Mum dress me up like that? I suppose it was a fashion, wasn't it? Didn't really bother. I just thought it was a bit weird. What's this around my neck? You know, I just take it off and just run around, you know, get my knees scraped, you know. I was really naughty. It was good fun. I don't know why they did it, really, because I think Mum was travelling either to Manchester or from Manchester, and it was a sleeper, and she had Samba, her poodle, who was a prime joy, and she the dogs weren't allowed on the train, on the sleeper, and he wouldn't let the dog go in the sleeping car. She had to go in the guard's van with the dog, and they brought him on, and I can't remember the reaction. I thought it was quite a very bizarre thing to do, really, because there was no connection apart from that incident, and I think it went all right. I think it was all right. But I mean, I thought it was a bit strange to do that. I bet she's thinking, who's this? Her mind was probably thinking, what? Why are they doing this? I can't. You know. Oh, it's you. You're the one that didn't let the dog on. I think she was quite shocked, you know, because, you know, she'd be kind of put on the spot. She'd think, oh, you know, she'd be Mum, and she'd come out with some sort of funny line like, oh, I've got to go and do the work. Go up to London, do this, you're not, I've got to do the washing up or something like that, you know. She'd come out with something like that. But then she kind of went into some kind of Dora Bryan actress mode. Mum's in Manchester, she was playing Hello Dolly. She was under the impression that there was a documentary being made. I don't know if she got suspicious or anything, I don't think so. You know, she accepted that they were filming for a documentary. That was, because there were big cameras out front, and it was a full house as well. You know, they'd done a nearly 2.5-hour show. There was an announcement saying, you can stay here if you'd like, because obviously when the curtain comes down, people go, and I think they got on as quickly as they could to stop them leaving, and nobody did, which is fantastic. Me personally, being really hot, I was wearing a woolly jumper, and I thought, oh, wow. I mean, right, I was okay for stage lighting, but then the TV lighting on top of that, I was just really, really hot. And I was sweltering. I'm thinking, what am I doing here? I mean, you know, I must look like I don't know, I must have been pouring with sweat, I think. I remember my uncle, Yeah, he'd been in the country because he'd lived in South Africa. He'd flown back to South Africa, more or less kind of unpacked a suitcase, packed it up, and had to come all the way back again. But I'm sure Mum did her kind of bit. She probably actually mentioned that. I only saw you last week, wasn't it? He was so funny, Larry. He was just brilliant. He was so funny. I mean, Mum and him used to be in fits and fits of laughter. You know, it's just great to see them together. And they're very good friends of the family. He was just brilliant. He was so funny. I think she was genuinely pleased. It was, you know, the adulation, I think. She liked all that. She loved it, really. I mean, and she loved it, I think. Yeah. But I wasn't analysing her. I was just thinking, I'm really hot. And I want to take my jumper off, but I can't. I've got a t-shirt underneath. I don't think Mum will like that. And if there's any lines to say, let's get them out. You know, and that was it, really. But the rest of it, once I'd done my bit, I was just like a piano, really. I think she was quite surprised about doing it again, to be honest with you. And all the people, I mean, all the people that came, she, you know, it was lovely. It was like a party. It's like having people round, I suppose, that he knew. Apart from the chicken. I didn't know who the chicken was. You probably didn't know who the chicken was, but maybe, I don't know. You know, she liked the recognition, you know. And it's an honour to do it. I mean, not a lot of people have been asked twice to do it, I suppose. And it was an honour, really. You know, it's a recognition of what she achieved. Both times. Absolutely great. I loved it. I'm sure she loved it as well. I know she did. And it was not serious at all. It was like a party. But referring to achievements in the professional way, she wouldn't really kind of talk about it a lot or boast about it, or, you know. An award was a bonus. I mean, she loved the work, really. You know, to get an award from it is just fantastic. That's just the icing on the cake for her. I mean, she loved it. She loved the theatre. And, you know, show must go on, whatever, really.